Hey, welcome back, everyone, to the Castro Valley News Live. This is the live show that we do every Tuesday night from 7-ish, sometimes a little bit later, to about 8 p.m. We start off every episode with something we call the roll call. And we've got a lot of folks tuning in early to the roll call. We have Dennis in the house. Good evening, Dennis. Dennis sent 400 stars. Thank you, Dennis. This is Dennis's 84th week sending stars. Thank you so much, Dennis. Michael B. is in the house. Good evening, Michael B. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. Maggie is with us. Good evening right back to you. Paulette is with us. Good evening, Paulette. Maggie is with us as well. Good evening, Paulette. Maggie is tagging so many people. Thank you so much, Maggie. Jamie is with us. Welcome back, Jamie. Kathy just sent 50 stars. Thank you, Kathy. See, we have Kathy at 68 weeks. And guys, I've done some tweaking with the microphone. I'm hoping the audio is sufficient tonight. Thank you again, Dennis, for the 400 stars. And I'm falling behind in the comments. Katie sent 50 stars. Thank you, Katie. We have Katie at... Where did I put Katie on the list? Katie at 28 weeks. Thank you, Katie. Bob is with us. Good evening, Bob. Hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday. Bob just sent 50 stars. Bob has sent stars 51 weeks. Thank you so much, Bob. Appreciate your support. Good evening, Kathy. Right back at you. Gary, good evening to you. Ross just sent 25 stars. Thank you, Ross. Ross has sent stars 48 weeks. Thank you, Ross. And Paulette sent stars as well, and I'm trying to find that because the comments are just completely going sideways. I apologize. I don't want to miss anyone. Tiffany sent 200 stars. Tiffany is the queen of stars. 85 weeks. Thank you, Tiffany. Paulette, I know you sent stars, and I am looking for that comment because I want to make sure I acknowledge that. It is gone. So I'm going to guess that Paulette sent probably 100 stars. But I wanted to make sure I did not miss Paulette's star sending. Paulette has sent stars 48 weeks. Thank you guys for your patience. Like I said, a lot of times when I'm trying to keep up with all the comments and stars being sent, a lot of the comments disappear in the comment roll here on my desktop. So Paulette, thank you so much for the stars. If anybody else, Deanna, welcome to the show. Glad you can join us. Maggie has just tagged half of Castro Valley. Maggie, you are awesome. I appreciate you so much. Hey, Mom is in the house. Hey, Mom, I love you. Hope you're doing well. Mom says, hello, Castro Valley News. Today is Tuesday, August 22nd, 2023. Cruise night in 4 days. Yay. Hey, Mom, I love you. That's right. Cruise night is this Saturday. Oh, hi, Liam. How are you doing? Before we roll on into the rest of the show, Dennis says the audio is strong and good today. All right. Jean is with us. Good evening, Jean. Glad you can join us. If you're just joining us, my name is Roberto. This is the Castro Valley News live show. We do this show every Tuesday, 7:02, 7:03 to about 8:03, 8:04, sometimes 8:30, sometimes a little bit later than that. But the concept behind this show is basically kind of an old school talk radio show where folks in town across the Bay Area, across the continent, sometimes across the country, gather together and talk about things that are important to us, important to each other, things that are on our mind. If you are listening, watching, viewing, whatever you're doing, and you have a topic, something local that you would like for us to discuss, please post your suggestion in the comments and we'll talk about it, as long as it's above board, for the lack of a better term. Thank you, Mom. Mom mentioned something that we're going to talk about in a few moments. Getting to some other things, you probably heard all of the stars acknowledgments here. There's something that Meta Facebook has set up. You can send stars. They do cost money. You don't have to send stars, but if you would like to, that would be really cool as well. They do cost money. You click an icon right here near where the comments are. It brings you to a different window. It says send stars. You choose the amount of money that you would like to send in the form of stars, and that money goes to your favorite live content creator on Facebook. It could be Castro Valley News. It could be Taylor Swift. It could be the Barbie movie, taking into consideration if those entertainment entities go live. Anyways, any live content creator can receive stars. And again, it's a really cool way for you to send some monetary love to your favorite live content creator. Doesn't have to be us. You don't have to send stars. This show is free either way. So that's how stars work. But we do have quite a few people who send stars week after week. And Dennis, Kathy, Katie, Bob, Ross, Tiffany, and Paulette, thank you guys so much for sending stars. Again, you don't have to do it, but if you'd want to, that'd be all right too. Is Dawn in the house? Is Dawn with us? Like I said, I've missed a lot of the comments. Ross tagged Dawn, so that's going to be a heads up. And yes, Michael B says, don't forget to talk about former Castro Valley High School football coach. They will rename the football field after him. That is going to be happening this Friday, and that's going to be Friday evening, and they are going to rename Trojan Stadium Coach Brosnan Stadium. Micaiah, welcome to you. Glad you can join us. Micaiah just sent 200 stars since we were just talking about stars. Thank you so much, Micaiah. And let me give you guys a friendly reminder. Micaiah is the owner of Restore and Rework on San Carlos Avenue, a wonderful store. If you are looking for antiques, upcycled items, if you have furniture that is vintage and somewhat worn and you would like it to be upcycled, made to look beautiful, go see Micaiah at Restore and Rework on San Carlos Avenue. She does wonderful work. A lot of our listeners are her customers. So Micaiah, thank you so much for the 200 stars. This is Micaiah's 38th week. Thank you so much, Micaiah. Appreciate your support. There's a question in the comments about Coach Brosnan Field, not the stadium. It will be Coach Brosnan Field. Coach Brosnan is a longtime coach at Castro Valley High. Unfortunately, he passed away recently, and they are naming the field Coach Brosnan Field. Maggie just sent in 1,000 stars. Maggie, thank you so much. This is Maggie's 37th week sending stars. Bob has a question about Cruise Night. Cruise Night is going to be, here's the first thing that I actually have on the list for tonight's show. Handsome Dawn is in the house. Good evening, Handsome Dawn. Welcome. Glad you can join us. Handsome Dawn, we're talking about Cruise Night per Bob's question. Bob is asking, how late does Cruise Night run? He will be at Bright Star at the Castro Valley Performing Arts Center. I am so glad you asked. Because, Bob, Cruise Night this Saturday is the 26th. It's going to be 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. And as Handsome Dawn says, Bob is a heartthrob. So don't miss this Saturday, Cruise Night, 6 to 10 p.m. on Castro Valley Boulevard is the fourth Cruise Night. Whoa, that card went across the room wildly. Don't miss out. Cruise Night is happening this Saturday, 6 to 10 p.m. There will be booths, T-shirts for sale, fun stuff. There will be booths from Alameda County Fire, Castro Valley CHP. We will also have t-shirts for sale. There will be other goodies and freebies and stuff in the parking lot of Tire Choice on Castro Valley Boulevard, directly next to Safeway. Be there or be square. Maureen, thank you for the 100 stars. I don't have Maureen on the list, so we're going to say, Maureen, this is your first time back. Welcome back to the show. Thank you so much for the stars, Maureen. Maureen, you were just in time for the last announcement of Cruise Night for this year. It's going to be August 26th from 6 to 10 p.m. on Castro Valley Boulevard. Please, if you come down to Cruise Night, bring a folding chair. Also bring some spending money to shop local on Cruise Night, August 26th on Castro Valley Boulevard. It's going to be a blast. It is the same weekend as Good Guys Finals in Pleasanton, so I can guarantee you there will be thousands of classic cars on the boulevard and a sea of folks walking up and down the boulevard to see all the classic cars. We will have thousands. It's not an exaggeration. There will be thousands of classic, exotic cars that are just top notch, and it's a wonderful night. We will have a DJ by David Alga playing oldies, 80s music, 70s stuff, funk, old school stuff. It's going to be a blast. There's usually a couple of Chevrolet and Ford truck clubs that bring all of their vehicles out. Oldsmobiles will be out there as well. Mark H is in the house. Good evening, Mark H. Glad you can join us. Also, since we're talking about Cruise Night, there will be Catch the Real Estate Bug will be there. That's Paulette and Ross's gorgeous green 1969 VW Bug. It's a really, really cool classic car. It will be there. And if you see that VW Bug, the green 1969 Catch the Real Estate Bug, say hello to Ross and Paulette. They will likely be driving and cruising up and down the boulevard. Bob is asking, can Castro Valley News be there live for a portion of the evening? It's a remarkable event. Love the lowriders. Yes, absolutely. Another fantastic group of vehicles that will be out for Cruise Night this Saturday, the 26th, is going to be all of the lowriders. They are just beautiful cars, top-notch vehicles, all makes, models, sizes, types. Mark H., thank you for the 1,000 stars, my friend. It's been a minute, Mark H., and we are glad you can join us again. Mark H. drops 1,000 stars. Thank you, Mark H. This is Mark H.'s 34th week. We will definitely see Mark H. at Cruise Night, which I'm looking forward to. It's going to be a blast. Again, it's going to be this Saturday from 6 to 10 p.m. I will try to do a live segment during Cruise Night, but I will be in the booth probably selling T-shirts and talking to folks, and hopefully I'll be able to break away and check out all the cars. I'm telling you, if this year is going to be anything like last year's Cruise Night, you do not want to miss it. The boulevard is packed with people enjoying wonderful weather, neighbors, friends, and thousands of amazing, beautiful cars driving up and down the boulevard. As a classic car owner, I love going to car shows. Nothing against car shows. Cali Life is with us. Cali Life, I'm pontificating I'm singing the praises of Cruise Night. Cali Life, glad you can join us. Car shows are wonderful. It's so cool and fun to see these classic cars parked, but it's a whole different dynamic to see them driving and to be able to drive them up and down the boulevard. And there's a lot of people who choose to not drive them up and down the boulevard consistently because old cars can overheat. There can be car problems, especially in the warm weather. Overheating is a factor. Some cars overheated during past events. But as a kid, I cruised with friends, and it was so much fun to be in a loud, fast car going up and down Mission Boulevard, East 14th, and also Castro Valley Boulevard. It's It's been said by folks, the organizer of the Castro Valley Car Show, one of the organizers of the Castro Valley Car Show, Ken Carboni, he said this, that, cruising was popular before the time of cell phones and pagers and the internet, and cruising was the internet, because you would drive to certain locations, you'd see your friends and you say, hey, what are you guys doing? You want to meet for a burger? You want to go do this? You want to go bowling? Or you want to meet over here and let's hang out? That was one of the biggest things for cruising back in the day, is the social portion of it. And also loud cars, beautiful cars, good friends, good times on the boulevard. So that's cruise night. It's coming up this Saturday. Don't miss it. It's going to be a blast. Let's see. Ross says, I'll make sure to top off the coolant in the car. Also, if you are driving around in a Classic and you start to overheat, it's going to sound silly, turn your heater on, because it'll take the radiated heat from the coolant going through your heater core and your radiator, and it'll blow it into your car, and it'll cool the coolant. That's a pro tip right there. If you end up overheating in any context, any car, you can do that. Let's get to the next thing that we have to discuss tonight. Good evening, Ricky. Ricky is in the house. Hola, right back at you. Ricky knows about cruising. Ricky cruised back in the day. Ricky, I'm hoping you can make it out for cruise night this Saturday, 6 to 10 on Castro Valley Boulevard. Bring your big old truck or your RV. Come on down and have a good time with us. We will be in the parking lot of Tire Choice near Safeway. We'll have T-shirts for sale. We'll have good times, lots of laughs. Don, Handsome Don just sent 20 stars. Thank you, Handsome Don. Handsome Don has sent stars 77 weeks in a row. Thank you, Handsome Don. Let's get to some chamber information. I've got a couple of items here for you to make note of. First, make note, this is coming up in a couple days, August 24th from 5:30 to 7 p.m. That's going to be the Castro Valley. Oh, Ricky is in Mexico. So now we got a listener in Mexico. That's Mr. Ricky. Hope you're having a great time, Ricky. So mark your calendars. This is a few days away. It's August 22nd. It's going to be the big monthly Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce mixer. That's going to be at Genghis. It's going to start at 5:30 p.m. If you don't know where Genghis is, I'm going to let you know right here, right now. 20855 Redwood Road. The Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce August mixer is quickly approaching. It's 2 days away. You can join them for their monthly mixer hosted by Genghis Asian Fusion. Bring a raffle prize. Get your 20-second commercial. Contact the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce at 510-537-5300. Let them know you plan to bring a raffle prize, and they will get your 20-second commercial up and going. Tim, welcome to the show. Tim says, can't wait. Used to cruise on East 14th and San Leandro in the 70s and Oakland as well back then. Yes, sir. When I was a small kid, a little rugrat in the back seat, we would cruise to Prings on East 14th Street. We would go there, spend a couple bucks on some hot chocolate. Actually, $2 would have gotten you 4 hot chocolates back in the day. We would sometimes cruise to Holiday Bowl going down Mission. Holiday Bowl is no more, as we all know. Sometimes we would also cruise up Castro Valley Boulevard, hang out potentially at Bob's Big Boy. We would also go to the bowling alley. Cruising was the social event of the weekend, and cruising did happen just about every weekend. And thank you, Tim, for sharing that cruising memory. I love hearing other people's cruising memories. But the task at hand is to let you guys know about the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce mixer coming up August 24th, 5:30 p.m. at Genghis Asian Fusion. This is free if you're a Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber member. It is $10 for non-members. But again, August 24th, 5:30 p.m. is the mixer for Genghis. And I'm going to whoosh that aside and let you know some information about the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce. Our moderator was kind enough to share some information about the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce. But I'm going to tell you, they are a local nonprofit with the goal to help businesses market themselves better, to meet other merchants, and do business better. And just as I said that, the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce just commented. So if you're looking for information on local networking to boost the signal on your business, to meet with other business members, to exchange ideas how to better market your business, to learn better marketing methods, to learn better business methods, the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce really is your best bet. Get yourself a membership if you don't have one already. And since we're talking about Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce members, let me give you their new member list. This is for the third quarter, and we have JBA Marketing, Chavitas Tires and Wheels. And not all of these merchants are from Castro Valley, because the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce covers the entire Eden area, which is Castro Valley, Fairview, San Lorenzo, Ashland, a smidge of San Leandro, and other areas as well, including Cherryland. So you'll be hearing businesses from all over the Eden area, and they have a lot. So you can tell the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce are doing tons of good work in the community. So again, I'm going to start at the start. JBA Marketing, Chavitas Tires and Wheels. We have Toyota Material Handling, Borja Plus LLC, EXP Realty of California, Jessica Manrique, U.S. Bank, NA, Aces Up, Casino Parties, T-Mobile. Hey, right here in Castro Valley, Nobody's Perfect Dogs and Cats Rescue, Castro Valley City. That might be a controversial one. We can talk about that a little bit later. Law Office of Eduardo Robles, Unincorporated Clothes, LLC. We have George Mark Children's House, Baha'i Community of Castro Valley. We also have Kitson Wines, The Prize Booth. That's that wonderful, I said wonderful twice already. That's that really cool new toy store on Seven Hills Road. We also have Renaissance Entrepreneurship Center, Santa Clara County. We also have Alameda County Board of Supervisors, District 3, Supervisor Lena Tam. And last but not least, wonderful, the delightful, the learned, the wised, the gentlemanly Bill Mulgrew. He is also one of the Castro Valley Municipal Advisory Council members. Last but not least, we have a notification. Yes, Jean Marie, very good eyes. I've got Big Mike on my t-shirt. This came from Bell Plastics over on National Avenue in Hayward. Bruce Kennedy owns Big Mike. He's had Big Mike for a bunch of years. He's restored Big Mike. Big Mike just had a birthday this past weekend, 50-ish birthday, and a lot of people ended up at Bell Plastics open house and got to see all the wonderful roadside attractions that Bruce Kennedy has. He has Big Mike. All you got to do is look up Bell Plastics, and you can go there for free, and you can see Big Mike. And Bruce has a lot of fun stuff. I hope some of our listeners checked out the open house Big Mike's birthday celebration this past Sunday. I wasn't available. I was in San Francisco having fun with someone special. But yes, this is Big Mike on my t-shirt. I love this shirt. Last but not least, the last event for the Castro Valley Eden. I'm going to start that again after I get a sip of water. The last event I want you guys to know about from the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce is the 51st Annual Fall Festival coming up in September. It's going to be September 9 and 10. This is one of Castro Valley's biggest and funnest street parties in Castro Valley, the 51st Annual Fall Festival, put together by the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce. 51 years strong. This is one of Castro Valley's biggest and funnest events. Free admission and fun for the whole family. Saturday is 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sunday is 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. There will be entertainment, arts, crafts, wine, beer, food, kids zone, live music. I don't have any more fingers to tell you more fun that's going on here. Do not get caught sleeping on the 51st annual Fall Festival, one of Castro Valley's biggest and funnest street parties. There is a road closure for this event. It's going to be between Redwood Road and Santa Maria. There are no road closures for Castro Valley Cruise Night, so make mental note of that. But there will be a theoretical road closure because there will be thousands of classic cars going up and down Castro Valley Boulevard, but that's not what we're talking about here. We are talking about the 51st annual Fall Festival, September 9 and 10, organized by our friends at the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce. Don't miss it. Be there or be square. I'll be there. I'll be checking it out. Hey, let me find this link here for you. Let me find this link for you. Let me just do some copy and paste in here. Let me do some behind the scenes technical wizardry for that. And yes, our moderators is totally accurate. We will be handing out some free past editions of the Valley Lifestyle magazine. We'll have this wonderful, delicious publication right here and the previous one as well. They will be handed out for free. Also, I need to let you know another really cool thing that we're going to be doing with the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce. We'll be partnering with, and I just posted a link. If you would like to, this is free, absolutely free, totally free. No money required. We are going to have a weekly newsletter. So you can join us for a monthly raffle for freebies, t-shirts, gift cards, other various gifts, coupons, merchandise. There will also be a featured business highlighted from the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce. We will also include a list of their new chamber members and other events from the Castro Valley Eden Area Chamber of Commerce. But with that said, I just gave you the information on how to register for our weekly newsletter. I will share that link one more time for your clicking pleasure. It's right there in the comments. This month's raffle will start the 14th of August and on the 29th-ish. This month's prize will be a Castro Valley Cruise Night t-shirt and a $25 gift card to spend at a local business. All you need to do is go to that link, register. All you have to do is enter your email, and you will be a part of our weekly newsletter, which will include all sorts of delightful and wonderful local news and information for you to edify yourself and enlighten your gray matter when it comes to local stuff. All you need to do is put in your email in that link that I click. Let me start that again. Click that link and enter your email, and you will be entered for our weekly newsletter. You will receive information. You will be entered for our monthly raffle, a chance to win gifts, including coupons, merchandise, and other items from local businesses. There is no charge to enter. We will not be selling your information to Meta, Facebook, or X, or Oppenheimer, or anyone else. Mary, welcome to the show. Mary, you just missed me going on and on and on for literally 20 minutes about Cruise Night, but thank you for asking. Cruise Night is this Saturday. That is August 26th. Cruise Night will be from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. and lovely Tire Choice. They're not lovely. They're awesome folks at Tire Choice. They have allowed us to use their parking lot one more time. There will be booths from Alameda County Fire, the Castro Valley CHP. We will have our own booth. We will be selling fantastic Cruise Night shirts. We will be giving away stuff. So long answer short, Mary, this Saturday is Cruise Night on Castro Valley Boulevard. You can sit wherever you want. I can guarantee you, if you're on Castro Valley Boulevard, you will see classics cruising back and forth. Normally, the cruise route is between Stanton and kind of Norbridge Forest, that island right there. Expect to see thousands of classic cars all up and down the boulevard. So, Mary, I'm glad you asked. Cruise night is this Saturday, the 26th, 6 to 10 p.m. Be there or be square. What else do I have going on? Let's discuss this. Let's discuss briefly the former Castro Valley Library on Redwood Road. There was a CVMAC meeting Monday, and the Alameda County Community Development Agency gave an update to the Castro Valley Municipal Advisory Council in regards to what's happening at that building located at 20055 Redwood Road. So for quite a few years, that building has been empty. It has been used briefly as a storage facility for the San Lorenzo Library when the San Lorenzo Library was renovated. That was a number of years ago. It's been a minute. This building's been vacant for a minute. And there's quite a few things happening at in regards to that building. Okay, that building's been vacant since 2009. Let me extrapolate that. Let me calculate that. Let me, because I'm the operator with my pocket calculator. This is Craftwork, if you've ever heard those guys. Let's see, 2023 minus 2. Oops. 2023 minus 2. That building's been empty for over a decade. Anyways, what's happening now with the former library on Redwood Road? There's quite a few. There's a juggling act that's happening on the county level. The Board of Supervisors kind of have given a little bit of mixed message. I think they're leaving all of the options open. But there is a plan that is kind of up in the air that could include a veterans housing project. And brace yourself for this. It could be 3 to 6 stories high. Thank you, Mary. My math is terrible. 12 years. Mary, I appreciate you so much. My math is so poor. But the building has been empty 12 years. And the Alameda County Board of Supervisors have a couple of things that are a couple of balls that are being juggled. Don, that's for you, handsome Don. There's a juggling act with a couple of projects, things that could come to fruition at the former Castro Valley Library. There is a mixed use housing project that could be 3 to 6 stories high, potentially 52 units with ground floor space for veteran services. This would be for veterans housing and potential other housing options. That's one of the things being considered. And of course, the other thing being considered is the retention of the building as is, and have it be a community center for the veterans. Katie says 3 to 6 stories is bananas in that location. I don't think 3 to 6 stories is a feasible use for that building. So since 2017, volunteers with the American Legion Post 649 and Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 9601, both from Castro Valley, have pushed for a Veterans Community Center at the 10,239 square foot library building, again located at 255 Redwood Road. Last year, a historic architecture firm completed a 33-page historic resource evaluation, which found that the old library building retains sufficient integrity to convey its historic significance on the state California Historic Register. That is awesome. That does not completely protect the building from being demolished potentially. However, if there were a significant proposal or push or decision, and bear in mind the ultimate decision on this building is going to happen by the Alameda County Board of Supervisors. That historic categorization does not absolutely protect the building from potential demolition or future development. If there were future development planned there, it could be achieved through a costly and expensive environmental impact report and the requirement of rezoning the parcel, in addition to a general plan amendment that would change the current designation of the site from public facility to mixed use. So in addition to that, also important to note is the Alameda County Fire Department plans to use the back portion of that parking lot adjacent to the library for about 2 years, coming up in the end of this year, while the new fire station on San Miguel is reconstructed. Alameda County Fire looked at the building and determined that they would prefer not use the interior of the building, and they would like to install 2 modular units at the back of 20055 Redwood Road. So they will be using 2 modular units. My guess is they may consider using that building for storage because they are another county entity. However, in the meantime, if you would like that building to be retained in the community, and I probably should let you guys know, a caveat is I worked at that building for a number of years when I worked for the library department for Alameda County. I love that building. Castro Valley paid for that building through a parcel tax back in the late 50s. Tricky bit of history here. So, that property was owned by a local family. They were farmers. I believe there was either eminent domain or threat of eminent domain, and the county purchased the property for a very nice price. So the county owns the property, the county owns the building, but the county was paid for by Castro Valley. So that's good to know. Also, again, going back to the caveat here that I did work at that building, I would love to see it preserved. And again, since 2017, our local, Julia, yes, we are talking about the old library. Julia, thank you for joining us. Glad you could join us. And yes, we are talking about the former Castro Valley Library site. I did work in that building, so I want you guys to know that. I want full disclosure on that item that yes, I did work at that building. But if you would like to see that building retained in the community, as local organizations have been advocating for, those are the American Legion Post 649, Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 9601. They have been lobbying and attending many meetings in the hopes to have that building retained as a Veterans Community Center, and it has been approved by the Castro Valley Municipal Advisory Council, I believe 3 times. Supervisor Nate Miley, who is our supervisor, also supports that. What you would need to do if you want that building to be retained as a community center, you're going to need to contact all of the supervisors. All you got to do is look up Alameda County supervisors and contact them individually. Let them know you want that building retained in the community, and that will be your way to have your voice heard on that matter. Again, Julia, so glad you can join us. And absolutely, last time I need to let you guys know, I did work in the Castro Valley Library building on Redwood Road. I do have a dog in that fight. I would love to see that building retained in the community. I think, again, I don't think Castro Valley paid for that building, so we should definitely have a say vocally, loudly, whether that building is retained in the community. Kelly says, I think instead of calling, it would be best to write an old-fashioned letter. Very true. Go to the Alameda County Board of Supervisors website, find the addresses for the offices of the respective Board of Supervisor who are seated and send them a letter, call them, whichever you prefer. You can email them. Doesn't matter. Again, also, if you would rather see housing for veterans on that site, let them know as well. Let them know you support the housing component for that. Mary says, I thought we voted to keep for Veterans Community Center, not multi-use high-rise. The MAC, the Castro Valley Municipal Advisory Council, voted 3 times in favor of keeping it. Supervisor Nate Miley has expressed during public meetings that he supports the veterans having that building. Supervisor Miley is one of, one of a number of other supervisors. He's one vote on the Alameda County Board of Supervisors. Castro Valley individuals did not vote for that. There was not a vote that went out to, there was not a general election or vote for that. But Mary, you're pretty much spot on. The Castro Valley Municipal Advisory Council voted, I believe, 3 times to retain that building and let the veterans have use of it. Donna, welcome to the show. Donna says, thumbs up to the Big Mike t-shirt. Big Mike t-shirt I have on. She bought one too. Yes, again, Big Mike from Hayward. I know people are sensitive about when we talk about things in Hayward, but we all know who Big Mike is. He's in Hayward. He's on National Avenue at Bell Plastics. And Bruce Kennedy had his super cool 50th Big Mike birthday this past Sunday. And from what I saw, it was a blast. I apologize and I regret that I missed it. I was in San Francisco doing an event with a very close friend, and dang it, I missed it. But next year I'll be at Big Mike's 51st birthday or whatever it is. A couple other things that I think people are thinking about and are probably wanting some updated information on. Karen, welcome to the show. Karen, glad you can join us. Welcome back. It's been a minute. We're glad to have you with us again. Karen, we're going to talk about a couple things that a lot of people have reached out to me about, and I've been doing some heavy footwork on this. The first thing that I want to bring to your attention that we can discuss is Rite Aid is closing this Thursday. They have been open for 25 years, I believe. Rite Aid has been open. Mary says she was at the meeting last night, proposed to be low income mixed use. Mary, we're talking about the library still. I think that building is also, we discussed briefly, they're looking to have veterans housing. We will see how that turns out. But let's get back. Rite Aid is closing Thursday. They have been open. Rite Aid's been open for 25 years. It was a Payless before that. It opened as a Value World. Rite Aid is closing Thursday. There are a number of, shall I say, not rumors. There's a number of information sources that are saying different things about the building. The employees claim it's been sold. I reached out to one of the individuals associated with the project. It hasn't been sold yet. There is a large entity interested in purchasing it. There's a number of companies that are interested in leasing it. Long story short, nothing has been set in stone when it comes to Rite Aid. As soon as I hear something that is set in stone, I will definitely let you guys know. I don't think that's going to be anytime in the immediate future. But I will tell you this. The ball is rolling for improvements to come to that building, and that's been something that's been on a lot of people's minds for a very long time. The Rite Aid building, nothing against the employees, nothing against the company. Unfortunately, the whole situation has accumulated and compounded to a situation where there hasn't been a lot of change or improvement at that building. There has been paint at the Rite Aid building a couple times recently. There's been new signage installed at the Rite Aid building. The interior is pretty much still kind of a time warp, unfortunately. I am hopeful that someone will either purchase or lease that building and do some improvements there, make it look better, and be a better use of the sales floor that is inside the building. I think Cali Life is leaving us. Mary just asked the second question, and I'm going to get to that in a second, Mary. I promise you. My hope, my dream, my wish is that there will be a new leasee or potentially owner at Rite Aid and do some good things with that building. There is also the housing element that comes into play at the Rite Aid building. I don't think that is on the housing element list anymore for the Rite Aid building to potentially have housing at that location. I can guarantee, guesstimate, that any new potential purchaser or leasee at Rite Aid is not going to want to do a huge project that will include residential. So I think what we're going to see is someone is going to purchase it, lease it, and invest some money in it and bring it up and hopefully have a anchor business there that will attract people to that location. And again, just to sum it up, there's a lot of, it's like information ricochet. The employees say it's been sold. I have a source who's close to the owner says it hasn't been sold. But time will tell. I think within probably the next few weeks, we will hear something big and interesting at that location. Mark is guessing Target. I don't think so. I don't think so. But you know what? Things change with that location day by day. A lot of people are asking about Sherry's in the Village. So a lot of folks have messaged in. They are seeing the sign has changed at Sherry's. Sherry's closed about a month ago. Another abrupt closure at Sherry's in the Village. The sign says lease in progress, something to that effect. The last word that I've heard from the Village is they're working on a lease with someone they are very excited about. It's another restaurant, another food place, and they are very excited about it. They told me to check in within a couple weeks, and they will hopefully have some news to share with that. Long story short, it sounds like there's still some lease negotiation going on with this potential new tenant at the Sherry's in the Village, and they are not interested in releasing information on who that could be, because they could say, oh, it's going to be XYZ, and then in 2 weeks it doesn't happen, and then people are hopeful for this business and it doesn't happen. So I am pursuing that, and hopefully we'll have some good news about Sherry's coming up in the near future. Let's talk scams, shall we? And I've got a couple good juicy ones here that I want to share with you. Here's a good one. And this one might take us a while because I'm going to pontificate and step on my soapbox. I think it was a week before last, I shared with you guys, you listeners and viewers, that I received, I think, 6 or 7 phony invoices from Geek Squad. So this week, I was delighted. Not delighted. And if you're new to the show, every episode we talk about scams, how we can share information about scams so that we're more astute, more prepared when it comes to receiving scam solicitations. Your best bet with scams is, if it sounds too good to be true, or if it's something that really frightens you, take a minute, step back, get calm, and do some research on these scam solicitations. And here's one that I haven't received for a while. This came from, oh my goodness, the email address was not even update services at amz.com. So this is not Amazon. It's amz.com, trying to make me think it's Amazon. And here it says and here's another one of the red flags, is when there's typos or grammatical errors. So it didn't even address me by name. It said hello, email address at yahoo.com. We placed a temporary hold on your account due to a billing issue. Due to a problem with your card, we have been unable to charge your bill. To unlocked, past tense, to unlocked. Good evening, Kimberly. We're talking about scams. This is an Amazon scam I received. Kimberly, glad you can join us. To unlock your account, you can click button below and proceed with identity verification to prove that it is your account. So there's an account verify button. It says to resolve this issue, please verify with the billing name, address, and the telephone number registered to your payment method. If you have already moved, you may need to update this information with the card issuer separately. We appreciate your patience with our security measures. Thank you for your concern. Sincerely, Amazon. So basically, this is a PDF that I received attached to an email, and I don't have an Amazon account. The best thing to do if you were to receive one of these letters, these PDFs saying that your account has been hacked or you've been charged for something that you haven't been charged with, and I say this every episode, contact your bank directly or contact Amazon directly to see if this charge has actually been made to your card. Do not reach out, do not respond to these people and give them your address information, your street address information, your telephone address information. Long story short, do not give these people any of your information at all. Direct your queries to Amazon directly. As you can see, a lot of these emails that are sending these notifications out are not legitimate. Also, I have not had an Amazon account for years. I deleted my Amazon account so that I can shop local as much as possible. That is that scam. Here's another one that I received. This one's kind of a haha thing. So the return address from this person is Mr. Johnson Kumalo, DUDDUSSS something something at Outlook. Outlook is an anonymous email address. That last Amazon invoice came from a Gmail account too, which is anonymous. So here's another scam that's been circulating a lot. I've received a couple of these invoices and I did some research on this, and this one's circulating a lot. This is the USA UK Mega Millions and BBC National Lottery. The grammatical errors are in abundance, and this one's just kind of fun to read. It says, "Dear email owner, be glad this day as the result of the USA UK Mega Millions and BBC National Lottery 2023 Promotion Award has been released. Your active email address attached to computer-generated ticket number blah 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 with reference number blah 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 has won you the lottery in the first category. This is from a total cash prize of $8 million. Congratulations. Shared amongst the 1691 with 4 lucky winner in first category." So here we go. Ticket number, email Alan Brown. Here's a different email address, workmail.com, or telephone number this person. So here you go. Here's the information that they want. This is great. Full name, contact address, telephone number, occupation, age, reference number, ticket number, credit card or checking routing number, and your winning number. So these guys are bold, asking for credit card, routing, checking number, and there's a phone number or a return email for that information. So here's what happens. When you contact these people to claim your $8 million, they're going to ask you, there's a small $500 fee to get your $8 million, and then you send them $300, or you send them your check routing number, which is not a good idea, and they take your information and use that to steal your money. When those things are in your email inbox, if it seems too good to be true, it likely is. And especially if these people are asking for a lot of your sensitive information, they're going to be using that information to potentially steal your ID or steal your money through your bank account. And I don't want anyone to fall for those things. These scammers are scummy, and I don't like them. And I know there's a lot of other people who don't like them as well, because they really prey on senior citizens and folks who may not be as astute as we are to the proliferation of these scams. So I am hoping that every week when we talk about these scams, more of us will be more astute and wise to share these things with our friends and family members so that they will not fall prey to them. Unfortunately, a lot of Maggie says she had a client who lost $250,000. It's unfortunate. It's despicable that a lot of these scams are geared towards senior citizens, saying that, you know, senior citizens have a higher anxiety level when it comes to money. And when these things come in, their email address, or they get a phone call saying, oh, you've made this $600 purchase, and these senior citizens panic and they call these numbers and fall for these things, that really just frustrates me, because a lot of these scams are geared towards seniors, and a lot of seniors fall for them. And yes, Handsome Don says it perfectly. Jerks. They're jerks. So if you would like to, may I make this kind suggestion? The scams that we talk about during the show, share them with your friends, your senior friends, your friends and relatives who may be seniors. Share with them. Or even if you don't want to share the specific scams that we talk about, just sit these senior citizens down for a moment and let them know that just because they receive something does not mean that it's true. And please, if it's something that says you owe $600 to Geek Squad or what have you, call your bank first before you call anyone else, before you reach back to these people sending you emails, and check your transactions to see if these transactions have been made. If they have not been made, then you're good to go. Katie is asking, what age is a senior? You know what? I turn 50 next year, and I'm eligible to get the AARP magazine, so I'm excited. I'm kind of in the senior neighborhood. Senior citizens, we all know who seniors are. Older folks, our parents, our grandparents, they are the targets of these scammers, and they're despicable. You know what? That's been an hour. I don't have the time or energy to do a giveaway, but I promise you we'll do a giveaway next week. This show has been amazing. I want to thank all of the folks who sent stars. We have Dennis, Kathy, Katie, Bob, Ross, Tiffany, Paulette, Micaiah, Maggie, Maureen, Mark H., and Handsome Don. I need to let you know, Dennis is the king of stars. Tiffany is the queen of stars. Handsome Don is he's the prince of stars. I just created that. Handsome Don is the prince of stars. You guys are wonderful. We started this show during the pandemic a long time ago. This is episode 225, by the way. Let's see. Nicolette says, Charlie says, that's Papa. Hi, Papa. There you go. Yeah, we started the show during the pandemic. The initial goal of the show was for all of us to meet at a certain spot at a certain time and be there for each other. And this show has done that and far exceeded any hope or dream or concept that I have had for the show. This show has really become, for the lack of a better term, a family of people here in our community and other communities as well. And it really is remarkable how powerful this show has become for us to talk to each other and exchange ideas and make our community a better place. And I'm not saying this is not, sorry. This is by no means hot air. This is sincere. I am so impressed with all the wonderful things. Wonderful. That's maybe 4 or 5. I've weaned away from the word wonderful. I'm humbled and honored at all the great things that this show does. And that is because of you guys, the listeners, the viewers, the people who come back week after week and send stars and participate and care about our community in a sincere way. You guys really are the fabric of our community, and you make this show amazing. Thank you guys so much. This has been episode 225. This has been a blast. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please, as always, when if you're after all the honey, then you don't go killing all the bees. This Saturday is cruise night, the 26th, 6 to 10. Have fun. Be good to your neighbors. Mom, thank you, Mom. I love you. Mom said, good show. She loves the scams. I love that we have identified these scams as something important for us to share with each other, so that we're smarter and we don't fall for these things. Thank you guys so much. Episode 226 is going to be next Tuesday. I promise you we'll do a giveaway then. Thank you guys. Take care.